Welcome to Hat Hole Home Video. I'm Brian Q. Today is just a very simple VHS pickups video showing you some tapes that I have added to my extensive, disorganized, hoarder situation in the making VHS collection. I will tell you, I have been trying to put together a thrifting vlog video for the last couple months, and the thrifting has just been so quiet. I'll walk into Goodwill and literally, not literally, a tumbleweed will bounce by as I walk in. It's just been, nothing's been going on. So I have been cruising and perusing eBay when it gets, I'm not getting my fix out in the wild. I start, my fingers start to roam on the phone. And I have deepened a subgenre of movie that I felt like would be really fun for Dr. Zotto to start reviewing on VHS Dreadful. Obviously, I've got a million horror tapes. I've got a million B action movies and sci-fi movies. Plenty of that kind of stuff. But the one subgenre that Dr. Zotto didn't have a whole lot here in the video store to review, and now has at least a few more to go by, is the screwball comedy. That's right, the boner comedy, the sex comedy. The 80s was the absolute heyday of the boner comedies. Porky's, I guess, was probably one of the first big hits. They definitely had their time. I don't know how well they did in theaters. Did people go to boner comedies in theaters? Like, did they make a ton of money in the theater, or did they make a ton of money once they hit video and then, like, the aftermarket is where they made all their money? I have no idea. No idea. But, yeah. So I've added a few movies. And these ones I haven't watched. I'm just going to show them to you. I'm not really going to talk about them. I would actually ask you if you guys know any of these movies, if one of these is particularly fun and would be fun for Dr. Zotto to review, please let me know. Enough of the business, right? Number one, we got Preppies, which I'm very excited to watch. I think it's a ridiculous. It's a low effort cover, but that's kind of what I love about it. This movie's something about Robert Chip Thurston III will inherit $50 million if he survives the weekend. This one looks pretty good. Could be garbage, but it looks good. Now here's an OG Screwballs. I don't know if Screwballs is named after the subgenre or the subgenre is named after this movie. I couldn't tell you. I'm guessing the movie is from after people started using the term screwball. Yeah, it says 83. I feel like people were probably saying screwball comedy before 83, I would guess. And this apparently is sort of loosely a sequel of some sort, but Loose Screws I have seen on IMDb listed as Screwballs II. So I think it might be a sequel, at least maybe just a name only. By the way, look at if anything was going to sell you on this movie, the picture on the back is going a long way to telling you, maybe I should rent this. Maybe I should rent this. Looks like a good time. Now we've got My Chauffeur, which I have had on beta, actually these last two, I've had on Betamax for a long time and had no way to watch them, so I finally just bit the bullet and picked them up on VHS. This one doesn't look like overtly screwball. The cover kind of makes me think it's a little bit more of just a romantic comedy, right? But then I read the back of the box and it says, "It's fun to watch a delightful screwball comedy," from The Hollywood Reporter. Fine screwball comedy. A picture that is sweeter, nicer, kinder, and generally just more entertaining. So it's an R-rated screwball comedy, but apparently it's a little higher class screwball comedy. So I'm interested to find out what this movie... And it's got Penn and Teller in it. It's got Penn and Teller in it, so it should be interesting. And last but not least, we have Jocks, which... I never watched this as a kid, but I remember this cover being in the video store. It's a fantastic cover. I would love this poster maybe someday down the road. But this is another one I've had on Betamax for a long, long time. And it's got Ogre in it from Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah, I'm very excited to add this to the collection. I'm guessing this will probably be a little closer to the top of the list for Dr. Zotto to review. But let me know, please. Please, I'm begging you. First of all, subscribe and, no, you know what, don't bell. Don't bell. I don't care about the bell. Forget the bell. Subscribe, watch this video all the way to the end, and leave a comment of some sort. Those are all the things that I ask of you. That's a lot. Sorry, that's a lot. In any case, you know that whether you are a dirty dog sleeping in the sun or an alley rat eating up the night, you are always welcome here at Hat Hole Home Video. Bye-bye.